Hi everyone, it's Deborah. Today I'm doing another of my viewer suggestions, which is working in a journal. And Jenny Box asked me, would I do this? And also I have Tanya Nicholson. Now Tanya asked me to do a travel theme, for example, using postcards and maps and things like that in a journal. So I'm kind of covering those two today. I'm starting with my travel journal that I created. And I found a page, I'm just looking to see, I think I'm going to put them here or in the next signature. These are postcards that I sent to myself when I was overseas last year. And this is the first time I've done it. Normally I send postcards to my dad when I'm overseas so that he gets a regular postcard, you know, every day or so. But unfortunately, he's no longer with us. So when I travelled in September, October last year, I thought I'd keep up the tradition, but I'd just send them to myself instead. And I actually really like this idea because what I've got then is a little set of postcards about where I've been. Now, I don't want to cover the back of the postcard, but I want to be able to still turn it over and read it. So I have an idea on how to do that. And you can see, yes, this is October 2019. It says Dresden, Germany, sitting in the Aussie Ayers Rock bar, which is what we were doing. We found one in Dresden in Germany, which was quite amusing. They even had lamingtons in the window of the cabinet that you could buy. So very Aussie, but we didn't have lamingtons. But anyway, so my plan is to document our journey in this little book and then tuck these postcards into it so that I've got them. So I'm going to start just by writing. Now, I've got a pen and it's got little tags in it, and my writing is not what it used to be. I used to be very, very neat, but for some reason, I guess because I've spent 30 years scrawling things at work, hasn't worked out that way now. So I'll do my best and see what I can do. I'm just going to write a tiny little bit of narrative about each of the different places in the order that we visited them this time. So this was in September, October 2019. So I'm going to start with that little bit of information on the front cover. And the reason that we went here is we went away on holiday was for our 30th anniversary, our 30th wedding anniversary. Okay, so I've just written that on the front, and then I'll start putting things into the little booklet. Okay, so I've written some stuff in this little book, and it's really just a bit of an itinerary, and my plan is to stick it in here. Now, the reason I'm putting it in here is because this is two different signatures, and between here I've got enough of a gap that I've got place for something thick to sit. So I want to put the little postcards into this thing, so it'll be like this. So all of those will go in there, and it needs to be quite thick, or quite a bit of space, because that's going to be quite thick to get in there. So I am going to stick this down. I've still got some space to write, so my plan would be to actually stick this down, and I want to make sure that the biggest postcard, which I think is this one, yeah, that's going to fit. Right. Let's put this down here, not too low, about in the middle I think would suit, but I need it right on this edge, otherwise it's not going to fit all the postcards in it. So now I can start popping postcards in it. I've decided that I need a bit of washi to stick them into the thing so it doesn't come out. So that's what I'm using, is just a little bit of washi on the postcard itself, which I can then stick in there. I do want them so that the writing is up this way, the picture is up this way, and then I can flip that over. Okay, so now I've got all my postcards in here, and I can still flip through them and read them. There's not much on the back. It was really just, you know, for me to have something to bring home more than anything, to post off to myself. And I think I'm going to have to put something around them to hold them. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. Let's see. No, that'll be fine. You can see them in there. So at the moment I can still shut this. It's quite small, but I imagine it'll end up like this because most of my junk journals do, because I, you know, like to put a lot of volume in them, let's just say. I'm going to hold on to those two. I'm not going to use those two just yet, but I do want to add something else in here. So I've been using this to, you know, do different samples and things in. And I've got that there, which I haven't put anything in. That was just a pocket idea that I had. Let me put something in there as well. I have, let's see. So I've got this is a little business card that I got from a place in Utrecht, which was a vintage shop that I went to. I want to tuck that one in there. And this was a bookmark that I was given when I went shopping at the Dutch quilt shop in Amsterdam. And the ladies there, when I was speaking English and talking to them, although they didn't speak English, but, you know, through hand signals I managed to convey, and I think one lady kind of understood that I was from Australia. So they gave me one of the postcards, or one of the bookmarks that they have there for sale, which is very sweet of them. And I also want to put one of these in, which is one of those ones that I got from one of the vintage shops that I went to, and I wanted to pop that in there as well. So I'm making use of some of those pockets that I've made. Got some more pockets somewhere that I've made as well, I think. So you don't really have to do anything fancy with them if you don't want to with your ephemera. You can just pop it in, make a pocket and pop it in. I've already got one in that pocket, but anyway, we'll keep going. And I knew I had some more pockets. It's this one here. Just put my ruler in there so I don't lose the place. And I think that I'm going to find that's something else to pop in here. Now these pockets are a bit dull and boring, so I want to put something else on the side of them. I thought I might pop this over the top, but it's a little bit too big, so I won't do that. And that's too big. Let me just find something else. And again, I've got some of these gorgeous postcards in here, so I'll probably use those in here as well because they'll fit. These are from Prague. So I like to be able to take these things out and have a look at them. They might be a bit too thin to put in there, but I'll leave them in there for now because I think most of the other things I've got are too big. Let's see. Okay, so I'll probably just decorate this up a bit first. Let me move some of this stuff. Now I do have this little envelope, so this was something else that was made for me from Beth, and it's just the most beautiful paper, this paper. She did tell me what it was and where it was from, but I've forgotten now. But it's just gorgeous, isn't that cute? So I thought I might like to put that in somewhere as well. Maybe, let's see, maybe on this page. I'm not worried about covering things up. And then I've got this little person, although that's a bit blue. I think I want something that's got more of the greens in it than the blues actually. Let's just go back and swap this out. So I'll put the blue one in here. Okay, so I've got a blue one in there now. And then here I want to put this down. Maybe I'll put on the black here. Yep, I think that's fine. It'll pop a bit on there and you'll see it. Okay, we're just getting that in there. There you go. That looks really cute. I've got a paper bag in here too, I didn't realise. It's been a while since I made this journal. Pulled it together. And this one here, I want to put something in it. So I need to do something about this decoration because it's pretty bad at the moment. I've got some more of these little things that Beth sent me, and these are little pockets. They're just adorable, and they're in that same range of beautiful paper. But these bookmarks will fit in here perfectly, and then I'll stick them into the actual book. Look at that, couldn't be more perfect. Once again, I don't really want to cover the paper. Let me think. Okay, so I'll put some washi on the bottom, and I'll have them so they can fold down or across so I can still see the paper on the back. I'll put that on the back, and I'll find a place to pop that. Maybe on here. Oh, I've got it on the wrong side. Let me take it off and try that again. Hang on. Yep, there. There you go. So I can still fold that over like that and see that, but it's actually in the book. Okay, so that's one. And then I'll put the other one in. Should have used that botanical washi that I was using. Never mind, it's done now. And this one, I've got to... So I'm putting this one in the same that I put the other one in. I'm just folding that washi over like that. And then you can open that up, but you've still got access, and I could write something on the back of the pocket, and then I've got my bookmark in here. It's becoming more and more difficult. I might have to rehouse this into a bigger journal that will open up. I'm not sure. I'll have to have a think about that. But I've got this here, which is a little bit boring, so I wanted to put something else on it. Let's see, maybe this. Put a sticker down here, and then I probably will add something else on there as well. I have this little piece here. I'm just gently going to take that sticker up and put this down, and then I'm going to put that sticker up here like that. And then on here I will put some of this washi so that it's got a bit more decoration on it than what it has at the moment. And for now I'm just going to pop these in. These are just tags that I've pre-made. Got this one here with the people on it. That'll go down in there. This one might be better. Yeah, I'll pop this one here in the centerpiece. And then that one at the back. And then also what I have are these boarding passes. And these are our flights that we took. I like to keep things like this, so that's why I keep them. And I also have some train tickets. So these are Leeds to Harrogate and Harrogate to Leeds, because we took a one-day trip up from Leeds to Harrogate because we were watching the cycling, the World Championship cycling was on, and the race left from Leeds and went to Harrogate. So we were staying in Leeds, so we actually caught the train from Leeds with everyone else. It was packed full after the race had started, and we caught that up to Harrogate and spent, I would like to say, a pleasant day, but it was freezing cold and pouring rain, and many riders abandoned the race because of it, and I was extremely sick anyway, so we ended up leaving early and getting back to the warmth of our hotel in Leeds and watching the final of the last part of the race on the TV. So there you go. It was an incredible day, but it was just unbearably cold, and you know, everybody was freezing. Now, where was I going to put those? On that book page, wasn't I? I thought they'd look cute on there because they'll really pop. And I do want to keep these because this was a super special day. That was the first cycling, World Championship cycling, that we'd seen face to face, you know, in person ever. Because then we went on to Bergamo and Como and watched Il Lombardi in the same trip, but this was the very first one. So yeah, I just wanted to use those. I could make pockets out of them, but I really like this little book page, and they're really popping on there with the orange. So that's what I've done with those. And this is a stamp that I bought, and it came on this really pretty card, and so I kept the rest of the card and brought it home with me. I don't even know where that was now, but it's beautiful, and I really couldn't get rid of it. So I guess that's because I like to collect ephemera and I like things like this. So I ended up bringing it home, and I thought I could pop it in somewhere here. I'm not sure where. I'd like to find something I could put it so it's a bit of a frame. Not there. Let me see. See where there's something with a picture on it that I could frame it in. Put a frame around it with this. Alright, I've got this picture of Peter Rabbit, and I'll put the frame around here. It's not quite going to fit, but I think it'll fit mostly. Let's see. Yeah, it'll fit, just fit on there if I do that. I've decided that I will put it here on this page, which is a dictionary page. I'm going to find a word like maybe scenic, like that, just because I want to keep this. We don't do stamps like this in Australia, so I thought that might be nice to keep that little thing there. Got a little frame there now, a bit of interest to the page. Okay, so I think that's enough for now, and hopefully the people who've asked me to show them the journaling, I do have a number of other videos where I actually journal. I'll link them below, but that's it for today. That's, you know, I've added some more to the journal. It's getting really, really fat. I don't know whether I do need to take the signatures out and sew them into something that's a bit bigger. Alternatively, I can cut the spine and put an extension in the spine, but that's for another day. Okay, this is Deborah. Thanks very much for watching today. Cheers.